Close your eyes and imagine. Pristine snow-capped peaks reflecting in crystal-clear lakes that mirror the sky. The gentle sound of cowbells echoing through emerald valleys. And mountain air so pure, it cleanses your soul with every breath. This is Switzerland, a country that doesn't just show you perfection, it lets you live inside a postcard. Today, we're embarking on a journey through alpine dreams. From the legendary peaks of the Matterhorn to hidden villages where time moves to the rhythm of church bells. But wait till you hear the incredible secret I'm revealing at the end. Subscribe to our channel for more amazing and breathtaking videos, and get ready to discover the most beautiful country on earth. But first, let me share some incredible secrets about this alpine wonderland that will absolutely amaze you. Switzerland holds the crown for being home to more than 1,500 pristine lakes and 208 mountains soaring over 3,000 meters. It's like nature's own cathedral built from stone and snow. This small country speaks 4 official languages: German, French, Italian, and the ancient Romansh. Walking through Switzerland is like traveling through multiple countries without crossing a single border. The Swiss Army knife, that ingenious tool that has saved countless adventures, was born right here in Karl Elsener's workshop in 1891. Every blade you unfold connects you to Swiss precision and innovation. Chocolate lovers, listen to this. Switzerland invented milk chocolate in 1875, when Daniel Peter added Henri Nestlé's milk powder to cocoa. Every creamy bite you savor is a taste of Swiss genius. Switzerland has remained neutral since 1815. For over 200 years, this peaceful nation has been a sanctuary of calm in a turbulent world. The Alps themselves seem to protect this land of tranquility. The public transportation here is so punctual, it's almost supernatural. Swiss trains arrive within 3 minutes of schedule 7% of the time. In Switzerland, even time itself is perfectly organized. And here's one that will make you smile. There are more than 450 varieties of cheese produced in Switzerland. That's enough dairy diversity to make every meal a celebration of alpine tradition. Zurich. Zurich isn't just Switzerland's largest city. It's a masterpiece where medieval charm meets modern sophistication along the pristine shores of Lake Zurich. The Bahnhofstrasse stretches like a golden thread of luxury shopping, consistently ranked among the world's most exclusive streets, where Swiss watches and chocolates tempt from every window. The old town's Altstadt winds through 2,000 years of history, with cobblestone streets that echo with stories of medieval guilds and merchants. While the twin towers of Grossmünster Cathedral have watched over the city since the 11th century. From Wettliberg Mountain, Zurich spreads below like a perfect model city, with Lake Zurich reflecting the sky and the distant Alps creating a backdrop that makes every sunset feel like a symphony painted in light. Geneva embraces the world with open arms as the city of peace. where the famous jet d'eau shoots 140 meters into the sky like a liquid exclamation point, celebrating international harmony. The United Nations office at Geneva hosts crucial world decisions in a city where 40% of residents are international, creating a cosmopolitan atmosphere that feels both Swiss and universal. The flower clock at the English Garden changes with the seasons. Its 6,500 flowers creating a living timepiece that celebrates Geneva's watchmaking heritage, while Lake Geneva stretches like a blue silk ribbon toward the French Alps. The old town's St. Pierre Cathedral offers panoramic views over red-tiled rooftops toward Mont Blanc, Europe's highest peak, visible on clear days like a snow-covered giant blessing the city. Bern captures hearts with its UNESCO-listed Old Town, where medieval arcades stretch for 6 kilometers, creating the longest covered shopping promenade in Europe under ancient stone vaults. The Zeitglocke clock tower has been marking time since 1218. Its astronomical clock putting on a charming show every hour, with moving figures that have delighted children for centuries. The Federal Palace, Switzerland's seat of government, welcomes visitors with tours that show how democracy works in one of the world's most stable nations. While the Bear Park along the Aar River honors the city's symbol with a natural habitat where bears play in full view of the medieval city walls. The Aar River curves around the old town like a protective embrace. Its turquoise waters so clean that locals swim in the current during summer, floating past medieval buildings in a uniquely Swiss experience. Lucerne sits like a jewel between Lake Lucerne and the towering Alps, where the Chapel Bridge with its distinctive water tower has been connecting the old and new town since 1333. This covered wooden bridge, adorned with 17th century paintings depicting Swiss history, survived fires and floods to remain one of Europe's oldest covered bridges. Mount Pilatus and Mount Rigi rise directly from the lake's shores, accessible by cogwheel railways that climb through forests and meadows to summits offering 360-degree views of the Swiss Alps. The Lion Monument, carved into living rock, commemorates Swiss guards who died protecting the French royal family. While the old town's painted facades and flower-filled fountains create a storybook setting where every corner feels designed by fairy-tale architects. Lausanne cascades down hillsides toward Lake Geneva in terraced vineyards and elegant neighborhoods. Home to the Olympic Museum, where the spirit of international sport lives in interactive exhibits overlooking the lake. The Cathedral of Notre Dame dominates the skyline with its Gothic spires, while the lakefront Auchy Promenade offers peaceful walks beside paddle steamers that have been crossing Lake Geneva for over 150 years. The city's cultural richness shines through venues like the Collection de l'Art Brut, showcasing outsider art in a converted prison, while the nearby Lavaux Vineyard terraces create a UNESCO World Heritage landscape where wine has been produced for over 1,000 years. The Matterhorn rises like a natural pyramid carved by the gods themselves. Its distinctive 4,478-meter peak creating the most recognizable mountain silhouette in the world. This iconic giant stands on the border between Switzerland and Italy, its four faces perfectly aligned with the compass points. From Zermatt, the car-free village at its base, the Matterhorn dominates the horizon like a stone cathedral reaching toward heaven. The Gorner Grat Railway climbs 3,089 meters through alpine meadows to offer face-to-face encounters with this legendary peak. At sunrise and sunset, the Matterhorn glows in shades of rose and gold in the phenomenon called alpine glow. When the mountain seems to burn with inner fire, the reflection in Stellice's still waters creates one of the most photographed scenes in the Alps. Jungfrau stands at 3,454 meters as the top of Europe. Accessible by the world's highest cogwheel railway that tunnels through the Eiger and Munch mountains in an engineering marvel completed in 1912. The journey stops at Eigerwand and Eismeer stations carved into the mountain's north face, where windows offer views into the glacier world. At the summit, the Sphinx Observatory provides 360-degree views across the Aletsch Glacier, Europe's longest at 23 kilometers, while the Ice Palace tunnels through the glacier with sculptures carved from eternal ice. Standing here feels like being on top of the world, surrounded by peaks that stretch to the horizon in every direction. Interlaken sits perfectly between Lake Breens and Lake Thun, creating a natural amphitheater where the Jungfrau Massif provides the most dramatic backdrop for adventure sports. This town has welcomed visitors since 1130, when Augustinian monks established a monastery here. And today, it's the undisputed adventure capital of the Alps. Paragliders launch from surrounding peaks to soar over the twin lakes, while the Trummelbach Falls thunders through the mountain with the power of 10 glaciers. The Harder Kulm viewpoint offers panoramic views over both lakes and surrounding peaks. Especially magical at sunset, when the mountains glow and the lakes reflect the sky like mirrors. Chillon Castle floats on Lake Geneva like a fairy tale made real. Its medieval walls and towers rising directly from the water on a rocky island fortified for over 1,000 years. This perfectly preserved fortress inspired Lord Byron's famous poem, The Prisoner of Chillon. And walking through its chambers feels like stepping into medieval history. The castle's strategic position controlled the passage between northern and southern Europe. And its dungeons once held political prisoners whose captivity inspired romantic literature. The Great Hall showcases 14th century paintings and period furniture, while the ramparts offer stunning views across Lake Geneva toward the French Alps. The Glacier Express claims the title of world's slowest express train, taking 8 hours to travel 291 kilometers from Zermatt to St. Moritz through spectacular alpine scenery. This legendary journey crosses 291 bridges and passes through 91 tunnels, including the famous Landwasser Viaduct, a curved limestone bridge that seems to emerge from the mountain itself. The panoramic windows offer unobstructed views of glaciers, mountain peaks, and valleys that change with every curve. The train climbs to 2,033 meters at the Oberalp Pass, where passengers can see the source of the Rhine River, and descends through the Engadin Valley towards St. Moritz. Rhine Falls thunders as Europe's most powerful waterfall, where 23 meters of cascading water creates a natural spectacle that has inspired visitors for centuries. Located near Schaffhausen, this mighty waterfall sends 700 cubic meters of water per second, plunging over ancient rocks formed 14,000 years ago during the last ice age. The viewing platforms offer multiple perspectives of the falls, while boat trips navigate close to the thundering cascade, where the spray creates rainbows in the sunlight. Schloss Laufen, the historic castle overlooking the falls, provides the most dramatic viewpoint, especially during spring when snowmelt increases the water flow to maximum power. Lauterbrunnen Valley drops like a green cathedral between towering cliff walls, where 72 waterfalls cascade from heights up to 300 meters, creating a landscape that inspired J.R.R. Tolkien's Rivendell. This U-shaped glacial valley stretches 8 kilometers between vertical rock walls that rise over 1,000 meters on both sides, creating a natural amphitheater of waterfalls and alpine meadows. The Staubach Falls plunges 297 meters in a single drop, while the Trimmelbach Falls carries meltwater from the Jungfrau, Munch, and Eiger glaciers through underground gorges carved into the mountain. The valley floor offers peaceful walks through wildflower meadows, while cable cars provide access to car-free villages like Mürren and Wengen that perch on cliff edges like eagles' nests. Wengen perches on a sunny terrace 274 meters above the Lauterbrunnen Valley, a car-free village where time moves to the rhythm of cowbells and cogwheel trains. This picture-perfect alpine village has welcomed visitors since the 1890s. With traditional chalets and carved wooden balconies overflowing with geraniums. The village sits on a natural balcony with unobstructed views of the Jungfrau, Munch, and Eiger. Especially magical at sunrise, when the peaks glow pink and gold. The Wengen ski area offers 110 kilometers of slopes in winter, while summer brings hiking trails through alpine meadows where wildflowers bloom and marmots whistle across the mountains. Grindelwald spreads across a green valley beneath the dramatic north face of the Eiger, where the Eiger Wall rises 1,800 meters of vertical rock that has challenged climbers since 1938. This charming village serves as the perfect base for exploring the Jungfrau region, with traditional wooden chalets scattered across meadows where cowbells mingle with distant avalanche rumbles. The first cliff walk offers heart-stopping views from a suspension bridge, while the village's main street bustles with outdoor gear shops and restaurants serving rusty and raclette. The Bacalpsee Lake, reached by cable car and gentle hike, reflects surrounding peaks in its still waters, creating one of the most photographed scenes in the Swiss Alps. Murren clings to a cliff edge, 1,650 meters above the Lauterbrunnen Valley. A car-free village accessible only by cable car that feels like stepping into a Swiss fairy tale. This sun-drenched terrace offers unparalleled views of the Eiger, Monk, and Jungfrau, with traditional chalets that seem to float above the clouds. The village gained fame as the birthplace of alpine skiing, where the first slalom races were held in 1922. The Schilthorn cable car provides access to the revolving restaurant Piz Gloria, featured in the James Bond film On Her Majesty's Secret Service. The village's narrow streets wind between wooden chalets decorated with carved shutters and flower boxes, creating intimate spaces where life follows mountain rhythms. Soglio sits like a hidden gem in the Bregaglia Valley, earning the nickname Gateway to Paradise from painter Giovanni Segantini. This tiny village of stone houses perches on a sunny slope at 1,090 meters. Surrounded by sweet chestnut forests and offering stunning views toward the Piz Badil and granite peaks. The Palazzo Salis, a 17th century aristocratic residence, now serves as a historic hotel where guests sleep in rooms that have welcomed nobility for centuries. The village's church contains beautiful frescoes, while surrounding hiking trails lead through ancient forests where chestnuts scent the autumn air. The local restaurant serves traditional Graubünden specialties like kapuns and pizzoccheri. Appenzell enchants visitors with its colorful painted houses and deep-rooted traditions, unchanged for centuries in eastern Switzerland. The village center showcases distinctive Appenzell architecture with intricately painted facades depicting local history and folklore. While traffic-free streets invite peaceful wandering between traditional shops selling local crafts and cheeses. The Appenzell cheese dairies offer tours where visitors watch production of the famous pungent cheese made here for over 700 years. The surrounding hills provide gentle hiking trails through meadows where Appenzell cattle graze, their bells creating musical backdrop to the pastoral landscape. Nearby Sentis Mountain offers panoramic views across 6 countries from its 2,502-meter summit. Eiseltwald nestles on the shores of Lake Brienz like a secret village forgotten by time, where traditional wooden houses reflect in turquoise waters and life follows the rhythm of lapping waves. This tiny lakeside village gained international fame as a filming location for Crash Landing on You. But its beauty has enchanted visitors for generations. The village's main street runs parallel to the lake, lined with 17th century wooden houses decorated with carved details and flower boxes overflowing with geraniums. The historic Gasthof Strand Hotel offers rooms with views of Lake Brienz and surrounding mountains, while hiking trails lead through forests to viewpoints offering panoramic views over the lake toward the Jungfrau Massif. Saas-Fee sits in a glacial amphitheater surrounded by 13 peaks over 4,000 meters. Earning the nickname the Pearl of the Alps for its dramatic setting beneath the Dom, Switzerland's highest entirely Swiss mountain. This car-free village, at 1,800 meters altitude, offers year-round glacier skiing on the Aletsch Glacier, while surrounding peaks create a natural arena of ice and rock. The village's traditional wooden chalets and modern hotels blend harmoniously against the backdrop of the Phi Glacier, which flows down like a frozen river. The Aletsch cable car provides access to the world's highest revolving restaurant at 3,500 meters, where 360-degree views encompass the entire Alps. Switzerland doesn't just offer destinations, it offers a state of mind. Every mountain peak is a cathedral, every lake a mirror reflecting heaven, and every village a testament to living in harmony with nature. This is where precision meets passion, where ancient traditions blend with modern innovation, and where every breath of mountain air reminds you what peace feels like. Whether you're drawn to the dramatic Matterhorn, the gentle shores of Lake Geneva, or hidden valleys that cradle timeless villages, Switzerland will restore your soul. The secret of Switzerland isn't just in its postcard-perfect landscapes. It's in how the Swiss have learned to live as guardians of beauty, protecting these alpine treasures while sharing them with the world. Once Switzerland's alpine magic touches your heart, you'll understand why this small country has captured the world's imagination. And you'll spend the rest of your life dreaming of your return to this land where fairy tales are real. Auf Wiedersehen, until we meet again in the most peaceful paradise on earth.